Hello and welcome back to Nier. I am Tokenlad. We have one side quest to do while we're here, I guess, and then we move into the junkyard. Death confirmation. All I read was that that was March of 2030.
What do you know about this junk heap?
It's filled with garbage and scrap from the old world. There's all kinds of machines in there that no one remembers how to use. To get there, we have to cross the iron bridge to the northeast. In the old times, these huge metal crates used to cross that bridge all the time.
Humans certainly were wise.
If they were so smart, why are they all dead?
It's a question for us all, Mr. Nier. So, I do find myself in a bit of a pickle recording this game. Pretty much, I need to have your guys' opinions on what I'm doing about side missions before I continue past the point of no return, which, I think that's the dog down there. Which, that's fine, yeah, that's the halfway point, but still, that means I need opinions, and that means I need to start uploading, don't I? Look, would that be the canine we're looking for? Yes, it would seem, unfortunately, that, dog went out to play, and, ultimately, sidestep. Oh yeah, sidestepping is a thing. I just dodge rolled up. More sidestepping. Asher. Just words all over the place. Words and tutorials. Hoda. Ow. Oh, a level up. Fortuitous. That gave me full health and magic. So if there is, you know, a boon to doing side missions other than the money, it's that you get to fight a bunch of things, which ultimately leads to experience, leading to level ups, etc., etc. It's also fun to just whip out your dark fist and punch people in the face. It's a missing dog. The man's gonna be pretty upset. Wait, I think the dog has something in his mouth, some kind of leaf. Another dangerous location to go leaf hunting. I wager the decision costs the animal its life. The least we can do is bring the leaf back to the old man.
Well, we found him. It looks like we're too late. This is gonna be hard for that old-timer to deal with.
Be they dog or man, no living thing can escape their ultimate fate.
Bit of a downer.
In truth, I have never considered the question. I suppose at some point in time I may simply wink out of existence.
I doubt I'll live long enough to see that happen.
Say there.
Yeah?
See here. If I ever find myself departing this world.
Oh, stop being morbid, Vice. Besides, you can't die. You're made of paper.
Indeed. I've never looked at it like that before.
Oh, wise and near. Alright, Dad lares every single day. He always worries about me, but I feel fine. Aww. Yona. So yeah, old guy's dog went missing, precious dog, and we found it dead. So, as a symbol of, well, did what we could, bringing in the leaf that was found in his mouth. It's a good gesture, you know. Break the news to him easy. He was out hunting for this. Unfortunately, the shades got to him, that sort of thing. Say, you seem a bit different, old man.
Yo.
I mean, Granddad, he passed away. His heart finally gave out. Oh, looks like we went with his best friend after all. Well, a second, the dog had a leaf in his mouth when we found him. Ah, it's the herb Granddad used for his heart medication. Max must have been fetching it for him. I suppose I owe you a great deal. Can't give him much, but you'll accept this. What a faithful animal. Think Max and Granddad are together in heaven? I do, I'm sure of it. So yeah, my best friend dog's missing. Did you go and find him? Ah, he died trying to find medicine to save the old man's heart. And because he wasn't there, the old man died. How cheery. Is that a good 5-minute intro for you guys? I know it was for me. Let's go to the junkyard where there'll be Nothing but smiles and good times waiting for us. Part of you may argue that, oh, you're giving away, it's all going to be miserable. Well, if I act like that about every single goddamn thing, you'll never know what I'm referring to as miserable or not, will you? Or what actually will be miserable is a better way of putting that. If I simply act like that for every mission, you'll assume everything's going to be miserable, and then be pleasantly surprised when it isn't. I can't go down there anyways. There's a ladder? Nope. Not seeing a ladder. I'm seeing myself get my ass handed to me, though. Ah, there's the ladder. That's better. Whew. So yes, for those of you that don't know, Nier is actually the follow-up to, I believe, Darkengard. One of Darkengard 2's endings. Not a very charming ending, but I believe it's the follow-up to that ending. It's possible it's Darkengard 3 that I'm thinking of. It's one of the Darkengards. And that is, more or less the Nier canon. One of the endings in that game is more or less the prequel to this game. And I know I said I'd stop comparing it to Automata, so this won't be a comparison. The Automata's actual connection to this and Darkengard is very loose, with really only a few nods at this at best, and I think almost nothing to Darkengard. And that's saying something, because I'm pretty sure this has almost nothing related to Darkengard in it as well. While it is a continuation of one of the endings, there's none of the characters and only a few themes carried over. The reason I'm looking around is because mice spawn here. If you remember, we still need those mouse tails and lizard tails. By the way, when I mentioned the side missions earlier, basically there is a point of no return in the middle of the game. Shut up, Gideon. I'm trying to tell a story here. There's a cutoff point in the middle of the game where, like, it'll jump to an Act 2, or a Part 2, whatever you want to call it. And it is basically a point of no return for the side missions, meaning I need to have done all the side missions in this half of the game before proceeding into the second half of the game, which is why I'm asking you guys, how do you feel about the side quests? Because I need to know before that point. I could rotate my save if I really wanted to, but I don't really want to, even though I'm sure Kaida has no problem with me overwriting her save, since she's now playing this game vicariously through me, and I think she went and looked up a lot of it anyways afterwards. Not the point, though.
I know, hold on.
Point is, let me know what you want me to do about the side quest.
Here.
Gideon. Sorry, when he said the name, I immediately thought Gravity Falls.
Hey.
Hey. Ah.
Welcome. Please, come in.
Okay, I heard you're the guys to talk to if I want my weapons strengthened. You bet, I'm the finest smith in this parts, usually. See, my brother and I build items from scrap to find the junk heap, but we're a little short on supplies at the moment. Junk heap? Well, that's just what we call it. Folks say it used to be a military base. I don't know about that, but there's lots of great stuff in there. It's not exactly the safest place in the world, but you gotta eat, you know? Where are your parents? Father died when Gideon was young, and Mom is... She's out right now getting supplies, but I'm sure she'll be... Mom's been gone 7 days. When she's coming back? Ooh. That's a long time. It's getting hard to find good scrap. She probably had to go deep into the heap. Oh, okay. I'm so hungry. Well, as long as we bring you the materials, you can forge our weapons. I normally I'd go myself, but it's dangerous there right now, and so... No problem, we'll do it. You will? I need a new weapon. Yeah, Beastbane would be nice. Besides, you need inventory for your shop, right? Actually, the Phoenix Spear would be nice, but we can't get that until the second half of the game. It's the best weapon in the game, and you get it by buying it off a dude. Pretty anticlimactic, really. Well, yes, but it's settled then. What do you need? To improve your weapon, I'll need 3 titanium alloy. You can get that from defense robots around the mountain. Yeah. Here's a map of the complex. You're probably going to need it. By the way, they're not referring to the weapon I have equipped. They're referring to the nameless one, I think, which is kind of a crummy sword anyways. Please be careful. It's gotten really scary in there. Junk heap map. Thanks. What do you boys say? Can you get 3 titanium alloys for you? Is Mom back yet? Is she? Well, No. If I run into her, I'll mention that you're missing. It's been a week after all. Jeez. Get that you need to go far in, but still. Write a letter to Yona here. So, I have mixed feelings about this. In the PS3 version of this game, you have way more slots than this. However, they do the PS3 thing where it's just the black screen with a bunch of save slots, whereas in the Xbox version, these slots are thematically relevant to the actual game, and yeah, it looks much nicer in my opinion. I swear I saw a mouse. Oh. Thought I saw a shiny. Oh. Go that way. And that's the shortcut that obviously opens when we come back later, as the old elevator doesn't work at the moment. Poor old elevator. Anyways, into the mine, find some alloy, find the kid's mom. Oh, there's a mouse. Nice. Ah, one more and I have the Popola drinking mission done. Still need to bring it to Seaside. But hey, all in due time. Hello, Yona. Let's get a look at this old world.
I guess the power source is still operational. Not that we'd have any idea how to use it.
Ruins from ancient times patrolled for eons by unstoppable machines.
Now we bust them up and take the parts.
When you put it that way, it sounds brutish. Piss. Alright, so I'm gonna level with you. I always get kind of turned around in this place. Love the music in here. But as far as direction-wise, even... I'm not great with directions to begin with, and this place always gets me turned around in some way. Especially the first time you come through here. I don't even remember if you get the alloy and then go back to the kid, or if you just go through this entire dungeon for their mom. That shut off. I think it's the entire dungeon looking for their mom. I know you do that at some point. I don't have any memory of us going back and delivering the alloy. These robots are a pain in the ass, because you... solid, like, range damage there. And normally they have a lot of health, but as I discovered one of the times I went through here younger, that fist of yours is very good at dealing with them. Make sure they don't wake back up on you. You're probably off too. Appears to be shut off, yep. Remnants of the old world.
They were rough life.
Yes.
Oh, right.
I suppose it's hard.
Kick off a wall if you dodge roll against it.
Both looked pretty skinny.
And the elder has been giving his share of the food to his brother.
They also explode when they die, which, you know, doesn't help. If I get some machine oil from these guys, I'll need that later. There are certain side missions I have to do because in order for some of the endings, you need to have acquired every weapon in the game, which I think is a bit of a bitch, but, you know. Them's the breaks, and one of them requires a bunch of machine oil, if memory serves. I believe those explosions will damage me if I'm too close to them. Oh, just dented metal boards. Oh, right. I remember how you get titanium alloy. It's actually incredibly specific. You need to kill just certain robots for it. Ugh. I also wish they didn't have iframes coming out of them there machines. I think the machine oil I mentioned is the Mying dudes. No episodes of Nier have gone up yet, so I have no idea how I'm supposed to handle the fishing sections. Damn, you've dented metal boards. My dark magic fists of doom will sort you out. Well, got a whole lot of broken antennas and dented boards. Which, gosh, if that's what I was looking for, that'd be really spiffy. Seems we've been shut in. Oh, good. Ah, the junkyard. Junk heap, as they called it. Can't remember, honestly. He said that's just what we call it, but... escapes me what he said, even. I just know Dark Fist puts good work in. Spears aren't as reliable. Neither are these. You can wail on them a bit. If you've got time and patience, but I mean, really. Oh, shut in again. Well, it needs to happen, really. Get fisted. Bang. I didn't even hit him. That's just in it for the insurance money, I say. That one hit. Do these hurt me? Yeah, they hurt. Oof. That's quite the blood stain. Figured it out the hard way, though. I don't know what I was aiming at there. That one's on me. Bro fist. How many of the smash attacks does it take? I wonder. 4, maybe 5. Wasn't counting terribly closely, but hey. One giant fist is good enough. Even for those ones with the red flashing lights that are so brilliant.
This place is
hey,
hardly
titanium alloys.
befitting one of my grand stature.
You sure do like to complain, Vice.
I agree. He does like to complain. That's why Weiss is my favorite. He gets the complaining is fun. Broken arm. It's actually a rare one. Okay. I don't know how that thing got up on... How are they getting up on these crates? That one's just floating there now. No crate necessary. Take it. Yeah, it's titanium alloy. I guess we are just going back then. Ah, there we go. I guess we do get titanium alloy and then go back, and then they ask us to look for their mom proper. Probably turn on the generators. They'll be so grateful for us. Start the power up. Give me a chance to grab a mouse tail while I'm out there. You'll forgive me if I keep checking the maps. It's, as I said, horrible sense of direction. This place in particular always turns me around. But we have places to be. Alloys to use on swords that we're not using. This isn't a great plan, I'll be frank with you here, Nier. Give me that last mouse. I'll give you the rundown here. If the general consensus is yes, go ahead and do side missions, then I'll probably just do all the side missions and play through this game. If the consensus is, nah, don't care, then I'm just going to use the game where I already have 2 of the endings unlocked to get the last 2 endings, since that means I can skip the horrible ones for weapons. Anyways, while I'm lonely, I want to go find Mom.